What's going on, boys? In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how I scaled from $0 per month all the way up to 50K within 12 months. If I knew what I know now when I started, I honestly would have done it a lot faster, but I'm just going to be giving you all this value for free, so let's get into it. So before we start, just quick disclaimer, watching this video till the end and implementing all these steps will allow you guys to scale up to 50K a month 2 to 3 times quicker than I just did it myself. But if you guys are a monkey see, monkey do, little dopamine brain and click off within 2 to 3 minutes, you might as well just click off now because this video is not for you. Okay, so the first thing we need to talk about, right? The first thing I had to do was pick a niche. As soon as I picked a niche, it's when I started seeing some growth. When picking a niche, it's important to think, what niche can you get a quick and easy win out of? Are you working in some industry that you have a bit of knowledge on? Okay, do you have a family member that works in some type of business that you can get as an easy client? It's the easiest way to get results quickly, which allows you to get on the trajectory for growth. And when picking a niche, it's super important to remember the best niche to pick is the one you start today, and the worst niche to pick is the one that you're gonna pick tomorrow. With niche picking, the easiest way to scale up is to be able to solve the main problems in that niche, and therefore you need to understand the niche and understand who you're talking to. That's where I was at. I was at a point blank. I knew nothing about any niche, and I just knew the best niche that I could pick was the one that I was going to stick to for the longest. And I picked the gym niche. I would not recommend really going for gyms now because it is so saturated. Next, you need to solve a problem. You need to figure out what is their main problem that's needing solved. For gym owners, the main problem needing solved, most of the time, it's just getting more people in the door. That's what the problem I decided to solve. Business owners will have a ton of problems. You just need to pick one. Dive straight into that. There's no point in trying to solve 2 problems because you're just going to be splitting your focus between both problems. And if you just directed all your focus into solving one problem, then you will skyrocket your growth and you'll scale way faster because you'll become an expert at solving that one problem. Once you have solved the problem, you need to figure out where you're going to take your clients from. What type of client are you trying to service? Are you trying to service, for me, a gym owner that's just created their gym and wants to scale to, 100 to 200 members? Are you trying to take someone that has 200 members and grow them to 500 plus? What type of transformation are you trying to get your clients? Now, once you've figured that out, you can dive into your prices. Now, for different niches, there's going to be different prices, but the main thing to remember is how much value are you going to be bringing? Okay, what's that ROI going to look like? It's so important when picking your prices to think about what type of result can I actually deliver? First of all, what type of result do I think I can deliver? And what do I feel ethical in charging? Knowing your price and having the conviction that what you're charging is worth the money and you can actually get results for charging that is an important thing to remember, right? Because the main thing for your clients is bringing them a return on their investment. The next thing you want to get into is how to create your offer. Now, you can't sell something without having an offering, having something to offer. Figure out, what do I need to offer to be able to make this price justifiable? You can't charge 3K a month and say, I'll get you 5 members in that month for a gym niche. You need to make sure that the pricing you're charging and the offer is hand in hand. The offer is justifiable to the price. Do not offer something you cannot track. Don't offer something you cannot control either. Now, for me, it would be unjustifiable for me to offer a gym owner members when I don't sign the members up, I don't do the programming, I don't train the people at the gym. So it's so important to remember you need to offer something that you can guarantee you can get and something you can track and something that's in full control of yourself. The most common mistakes people make when doing this, it's over-promising, making insane, ridiculous offers like I'll get you 100 members in 30 days or something just insane they can't deliver on. Don't do this because it's gonna fuck the market for the rest of us, okay? You're gonna get a ton of unhappy clients, a ton of chargebacks, and it's not the way to do business. The best thing to do with a client is under-promise and over-deliver. If you set their expectations, let's say here, and then you deliver a service that's up here, they're gonna be super happy with that. They're gonna leave you the best testimonial and refer you to all their business owner friends. Now, what you wanna do is sign some bloody clients. Now, what I did when I first started, the quickest way to get a client was going into Facebook groups and launching a post, saying something along the lines of, hey guys, I just created a software, or I just created a new strategy to get people in your door, all right, or whatever your service is. Looking for people to try it out for free and give me some testimonials. The whole for free bit is really just to get people interested and get them on the call with you. And then once you're on the call, you can start working your magic trying to sell them, okay? I have a full video on sales on this channel walking you through a sales call. So I recommend checking that out after this video. So apart from that, I would also recommend getting some quick wins. So if your parents are a business owner, jump into that niche. If you have like your friend's dad's a business owner or whatever, jump into that niche and just get them as a client. The more testimonials you get, the more you can leverage into turning them into more clients. You want to get some social proof that what you're actually offering, what you're guaranteeing, you can actually deliver on that. And then you can show that on sales calls to prospective clients, and they'll be a lot more interested in your service and a lot more likely to hop on board with you. That is how I would just quickly get a quick win and get a client so I can get some social proof. The next way how to reliably get clients, you need to figure out some method. You want to be able to set a set standard of emails, cold emails, and cold calls you can do every single day that allows you to do these predictably and sustainably without burning out. So this might be 50 cold calls, 50 cold DMs, and 50 cold emails. Let's say your cold emails crushing it, your cold DMs aren't doing that well, and your cold calling is all right. Okay, what I would say then, double down on the cold emails and do cold calling at the same time. Get rid of one and double down on the two that are working the best to book more meetings, because the only thing stopping you from signing clients at this point is sales calls. Logging metrics is the most important thing when it comes to signing clients and figuring out a proven, predictable client acquisition system, okay? Because look, let's say your cold emails are getting you a 2% appointment booking rate, right? Every 100 cold emails you send, you get 2 appointments. Now, let's say that your cold DMs is getting you a 0.5% appointment booking rate. So every 100 DMs you send, you might book a meeting, you might get 1, or you're not gonna get any. The only way you're gonna be able to differentiate to see what is the better system is by logging the metrics, making sure you track every single thing from sending the message to who sees the message to who responds and who books a call. This is gonna allow you to make sure the thing that you're doubling down on is the one that's generating the better results. If you guys don't log the metrics, then you're doing yourself some injustice, okay? You're doing yourself an in-service. The next thing is you need to figure out how to deliver the service. Don't even worry about delivering the service until you sign a client. And then you just need to go balls deep in figuring this shit out. Really work your hardest to try and figure out, how am I actually gonna service these people? YouTube videos, mentors, free school communities, figuring out what's working, figuring out what's not, and just trial and error on your own methods and your own systems, and just figuring out yourself, okay? When you're launching campaigns, really just changing one thing at a time and making sure that you're doing it from like a science experiment. Your hypothesis is, if I launch this campaign, I will get good results, okay? Then you need to have your controlled variables, the one thing you're changing, okay, and the one thing you're measuring. Have those, write them down, okay? Launch the campaigns and see if your hypothesis was correct. If it wasn't correct, then change something different and then just write another science experiment. Once you put these strategies into place and you know how to service your clients, you want to figure out how to automate this as much as possible. Take a step back, write SOPs on this and hire it out to someone else. This is going to allow you to automate everything. If you have the right SOPs, they will just do exactly the same steps you did. They will learn as well, and then you'll be able to work with them into getting better results. When you start hiring, guys, hire out of pain. So hire out of like, look, I can't do this anymore. I need to focus my time on something else, okay? And hire that rollout. You want to start hiring out the most tedious things. You can just kind of figure out what's taking up most of your time. Can I hire this out? Doing service delivery is going to take up so much more of your time. And if you can just hire that out with the correct SOPs, then someone can do the service delivery and you can just focus on client acquisition and bringing more people onto service. The next thing to do is scale. This is how you scale to 50K a month. You hire out the tedious things and you double down, you triple down, you invest everything you get back into the business and growing it and signing more clients, okay? You need to figure out how much it's costing you to acquire a new client, how much it's costing to service that client, and then double down on it. As you sign more clients, you're gonna realize that your business has a ton of problems and a ton of gaps. You're then gonna go ahead, solve those problems, sign more clients, and just keep upping that threshold. Once you up that to a substantial amount, maybe 20 to 30 clients, then you're gonna be making like 80 to 100K a month, all right? You're already gonna be to where you wanna get to. you're gonna get past 50K so easily. So let's say you get to 5 clients, okay? You realize your service is shit on this aspect. You rebuild that whole aspect, okay? Then you go back into client acquisition mode, scale to 10. Now you're gonna realize that all your systems are broken again. You have to rebuild them all, okay? Then you're gonna go to 15. You're gonna have to realize there's a bunch of things wrong with your business, rebuild those, then go to 20, and so forth and so on, until you have an absolute Goliath for a product that generates results for every single client you bring on board, and that's gonna allow you to scale upwards of 100 to 200K every single month. Now, the biggest things that helped me scale was seriously just having an open mindset and thinking that every single problem in the business is my fault. The best way to scale is just have the best product and have proven client acquisition system. By this point, by the time you have scaling on your mind, you should have a good enough product and you should have some client acquisition methods that bring in appointments like clockwork. The biggest lessons and mistakes I learned in this whole process, first of all, was not tracking. Second of all, was getting complacent. And third of all, was just not being good enough. You need to realize that you need to keep working, you need to keep improving yourself to allow the business to scale. So when you're in this small business owner phase doing rookie numbers, you need to realize that your business is just a direct reflection of you. If you get lazy in your life, if you stop hitting gym, you get complacent, your business is gonna start failing. And the more dialed you're gonna be, the better the business is gonna grow, because again, it's just a direct reflection of you. This is exactly how I scaled my SMMA to 0 to 50K per month within 12 months. If you follow these steps, I have no doubt in my mind that you will be able to do this in half of the time. However, doing this whole video was really just one piece of the puzzle, right? There was so much in this video that I could have really unloaded on, but it's getting pretty long now. So I did want to wrap it up. And there is a lot of things that you need to learn when starting an agency and trying to grow it. So guys, if you're interested in starting an SMMA and scaling it to 50K or 100K per month, first link in the description, click on it. It will bring you to my free school community, all right? And I'll be able to help you guys one-on-one. I do weekly coaching calls in there, okay? And I give a lot of advice, and there's a couple courses on there on how to get started out, which dives into these things in a bit more detail. So I recommend you clicking on that link and just checking it out. Again, it's free. You're no obligated to do nothing, all right? I'm just trying to give back and just help the people that need help that I wish I got when I started. I hope you got some value from this video. Again, if you want to join some like-minded individuals and work with them to grow their agency as well and just learn from each other's mistakes, first link in description, click on that. If you guys want to leave a like, I'd appreciate it. You want to follow my Instagram, link in the description as well. But yeah, that's all from me. Peace.